You can speak your mind. You can vote, travel, choose your career, your clothes, your food. But let me ask you this. Why do you still feel anxious? Why do you feel like something's holding you back? From peace, from clarity, from yourself? Because maybe the real prison is not around you. It's within you. Welcome to True Stoic Mindset. We live in the most free time in human history. But millions walk around emotionally shackled, chained to anger, to overthinking, to the need for validation, to fear of what might go wrong. It's not the world that traps us. It's our reaction to it. The Stoics understood this over 2,000 years ago. They taught that freedom doesn't begin when your problems end, but when your mind becomes unshakable. This video is not about motivation. It's about liberation. Through 7 Stoic principles that unlock a power most people never find. Because they're too busy trying to fix everything outside. But real freedom? It's an inside job. So if you're ready to stop being pulled by every emotion, every situation, every person, and start standing in a kind of peace no one can touch, this is the path. Let's begin. What is inner freedom, and why Stoicism leads you straight to it? What comes to your mind when you hear the word freedom? Most people think of travel. Doing what you want. No boss. No limits. Total control. But here's the truth. You can have all of that, and still be a prisoner. Because freedom is not the ability to do anything. It's the ability to remain at peace. Even when you can't. Inner freedom means this. You are no longer ruled by what happens outside you. Your emotions don't drag you. Your thoughts don't betray you. You live in the present, not in regret or fear. And you choose what aligns with your values, not your impulses. That's real power. It's not loud. It's not glamorous. But it's indestructible. Now, why Stoicism? Because Stoicism isn't about positive thinking. It's about clear thinking. It doesn't tell you to believe in yourself. It shows you what's really yours to control, and trains your mind to stand firm in the middle of fire. Stoicism doesn't sell comfort. It builds character. The kind of character that no failure, no insult, no fear can shake. Marcus Aurelius put it simply. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. That's not just philosophy. That's freedom. And if you want to experience it, you don't need a new job, a new life, or a new country. You need a new lens, a Stoic one. And it begins with the first principle. Principle 1. Only your mind belongs to you. Everything in life can be taken from you. Your job, your money, your reputation, even your health. But there is one thing, and only one thing, that no one can ever steal. Your mind. Your ability to choose how you interpret, respond, and perceive. Epictetus said it best. Some things are up to us, and some things are not. Your thoughts? Yours. Your opinions? Yours. Your actions and reactions? Still yours. But everything else? Not yours. Imagine this. Someone insults you. You can't control their words. But you can control what you do with those words. You can replay them endlessly in your head. Or you can say, their opinion is not within me. My peace is. And move on. That's the beginning of freedom. Most people give their mind away daily. To strangers online. To news headlines. To people who don't even know them. They hand over their peace. In exchange for drama, attention, or validation. But you? You can reclaim it. Try this today. Every time you feel angry, anxious, or triggered, ask yourself, am I about to give away my mind for something that's not even mine? Then pause. And keep it. Keep your mind. Keep your power. That's where your freedom begins. Principle 2. Distinguish what you can and cannot control. This one principle could remove 80% of your stress overnight. But only if you practice it, not just understand it. The Stoics called it the dichotomy of control. It sounds simple, but it's one of the hardest things in the world. Know what is up to you, and let go of what is not. What's not in your control? Other people's opinions, traffic, the past, the weather, how others treat you, outcomes. What is in your control? Your beliefs, your effort, your words, your attitude, how you respond. Most suffering comes from confusing the two. You try to control what others think. You obsess over the outcome. You replay the past, hoping it changes. And meanwhile, your mind is being drained. Chasing shadows. Epictetus warned us. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Notice the word disregard. Not obsess. Not try harder. But let go. Because if it's not yours, you don't have to carry it. Here's a practice. Next time you feel overwhelmed, pause and ask, is this within my control? If yes, act with focus. If no, release it mentally, and return to what is. You can even write it down. Draw 2 columns. Mine versus not mine. That's clarity. That's peace. That's freedom. Principle 3. Emotions are not the enemy, blind reactions are. Stoicism is often misunderstood. People think it means suppressing emotions, acting cold, or pretending not to care. But that's not Stoicism. That's emotional avoidance. The Stoics didn't fear emotion. They feared losing themselves in it. Marcus Aurelius felt sorrow, loss, and frustration. But he didn't let those feelings drive him. Why? Because emotions are natural. But reaction is optional. Here's the truth. Anger is not the problem. Becoming anger is. Sadness is not weakness. Letting it paralyze your purpose is. Fear isn't failure. Obeying it without reflection is. The Stoics taught this. Observe the emotion. Don't become it. That moment of observation is where freedom begins. It creates space. And in that space you can choose to breathe, to reflect, to respond with clarity, not impulse. Try this. When emotion rises, don't suppress it. Say inwardly, this is fear. I'm noticing it. There is anger here. But I don't need to act on it. Feel it. Witness it. But don't hand over the keys to your mind. Because the goal is not to feel less. It's to be less ruled by what you feel. That's how you stay calm in chaos. Gentle in conflict. And strong, even when scared. That's emotional freedom. And it's one of the deepest freedoms there is. Principle 4. Every challenge is training, not punishment. Life doesn't punish you. It prepares you. But only if you choose to see it that way. To the Stoics, hardship was never a sign that life was unfair. It was a sign that life was training you. Marcus Aurelius ruled during plagues, wars, and betrayal. He buried children. He faced rebellion. And yet he wrote, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. In other words, obstacles aren't blocks. They are doors. Think about it. Anger trains patience. Delay trains perseverance. Loss trains detachment. Rejection trains self-worth. But only if you respond with intention. Otherwise, life just feels cruel. This principle flips your worldview. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you ask, "What is this teaching me?" That shift alone can turn pain into power. Try this. The next time something goes wrong, you lose something, someone disappoints you, plans fall apart. Pause. Say, "This isn't punishment. It's practice. I'm being shaped, not shattered." Feel the difference? You step out of victimhood and into mastery. The Stoic doesn't seek comfort. They seek capacity. Not, "Make life easier," but, "Make me stronger." Because when life feels hard, you're not being tested for punishment. You're being prepared for freedom. Principle 5. Presence is power. Live in the now. You can't be free if your mind is stuck in the past or lost in the future. Most people live in two places: regret over what already happened, fear over what might happen next. And in the process, they miss the only place freedom ever exists. Now, the Stoics weren't just thinkers. They were practitioners of presence. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." Why? Because this moment is all you ever truly own. Everything else is imagination. Think about this. You can't breathe yesterday's air. You can't act in tomorrow's world. You can only live now. And if you keep waiting for the right time to feel peace, you'll miss the chance to live it now. Presence doesn't mean ignoring the past or avoiding the future. It means not being ruled by them. It means feeling the ground beneath your feet, noticing your breath, listening, really listening, when someone speaks, responding slowly instead of reacting quickly. These simple things? They're freedom in disguise. Try this. When you're stressed, overwhelmed, or spiraling, pause. Look at your hands. Feel your feet on the floor. Take a breath, just one breath, and say, "Right now I'm safe. Right now I can choose." That's presence. That's power. Because when your attention returns to now, so does your freedom. Principle 6. Remember death. It sets you free. Most people avoid thinking about death. They think it's dark, morbid, depressing. But the Stoics? They thought about it every day. Not because they were obsessed with dying, but because they wanted to live fully. They called it memento mori. Remember, you must die. It sounds harsh, but it's one of the most powerful truths you can carry. Because when you truly remember death, you stop wasting time. You stop overthinking what doesn't matter. You stop chasing things that don't last. And you stop pretending that tomorrow is guaranteed. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." That's not fear. That's freedom. When you live with death in mind, you speak more honestly. You forgive faster. You stop waiting for the perfect moment. And you start asking, "If this were my last day, would this matter?" Not in a dramatic way, but in a clarifying way. Try this. Next time you feel stuck in resentment, worry, or indecision, whisper to yourself, "One day none of this will matter. But who I become right now does." That doesn't make the problem go away. It makes you rise above it. Memento mori isn't about fear. It's about focus. And when you live with focus, you live with freedom. Because nothing loosens the grip of fear like remembering how temporary everything really is. Principle 7. Moral self-command is the highest freedom. You can be admired by millions. You can be rich, powerful, influential. But if your choices are driven by fear, approval, or impulse, you're still not free. Because freedom isn't doing whatever you want. It's doing what's right. Even when it's hard. Even when no one's watching. Even when it costs you something. To the Stoics, virtue was freedom. Not rules. Not morality as guilt. But as power, the power to live by your highest self. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." That means, you don't lie, not because you're afraid of being caught, but because you're committed to truth. You don't betray your values, even when tempted. You act from principle, not pressure. This is not weakness. It's inner authority. Imagine this. You're insulted, but you respond with calm. You're tempted to cut corners, but you don't. You're praised, but it doesn't change your integrity. You're attacked, but you don't abandon your character. That is moral freedom. No one controls how you live. You do. Try this. Ask yourself every night, did I act today as the person I want to be? That question alone realigns your life. It cuts through the noise. It reminds you, you don't have to control the world. Only the kind of person you choose to be inside it. And that is the highest form of freedom. Freedom isn't outside you. It lives within. You've been taught that freedom comes from the outside. From a better job. A different partner. More money. Less pressure. But the Stoics taught something radically different, and far more lasting. True freedom is inner. It begins and ends with how you command your own mind. You don't have to be fearless. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start choosing. Observation over reaction. Clarity over chaos. Principle over pressure. And presence over distraction. That's Stoic freedom. Not loud. Not flashy. But steady. And real. You've just heard 7 timeless principles that unlock it. Only your mind belongs to you. Know what's in your control. Don't fight emotions, master your response. Challenges are training, not punishment. The present is your power. Remember death, and live deeply. Your highest freedom is moral self-command. Each principle is a key. But only you can turn it. Only you can walk through that door. So if this message spoke to something in you, a part of you that's tired of being pulled by the world, then don't let it end here. Follow True Stoic Mindset. This is not just a channel. It's a path, for those who choose to lead themselves. Like the video if it gave you clarity. Hit the bell so you don't miss what matters. And tell us in the comments, which Stoic principle are you practicing right now? And how is it helping you reclaim your inner freedom? Let's grow stronger, more grounded, and more free. Together.